Hi guys, my name is Jacinta and welcome to my channel. My husband Michael will be joining us.
Hi guys.
And in today's video we're going to be talking about pregnancy, the expectations of pregnancy and the journey itself. So one of the things I want to start off talking about is the expectations we put on ourselves, and especially when we're comparing ourselves to other women and their pregnancy journey, which is not fair on us and it's no good for our pregnancy journeys. Because you could be at 3 months finding it quite difficult. You know, you're struggling, your feet are swollen, you're not really responding to it well, you've got the morning sickness, you've got all kinds of things going on, and you're just feeling tired and weak all the time. And then you're seeing some next 7 months pregnant woman who's still in her high heels, who's still working it out, and you're just there like, why can't I look like that? But you're not going to look like that because that's not your journey. Because number one, people have different health levels. So the same expectations that you're putting on yourself aren't realistic for you if your health is not the same as that woman. In terms of underlying health issues, in terms of physical abilities, in terms of all kinds of things. Even your own DNA is different. So therefore, how your body is actually taking and responding to the pregnancy itself is different to how her body is taking to it. Because certain things affect how your body responds to it. Your body can be acceptant of the pregnancy and be like, okay, there's a baby, you know, we've got energy for new life. Or your body can be like, wait, what is this? Enemy, attack it, attack it. And you're just praying that, you know, Lord, please let my body accept this pregnancy and this baby. Because everyone's journey is different. And another thing is that actually the expectations that the men can have on us during pregnancy. So I want to speak to my husband on this point in terms of the male perspective of pregnancy. What do they think about it? How did they experience it? Because even though they're not carrying the baby, they still go on this journey with you. So, babe?
Yeah, basically I would like to advise all the men listening to us out there to know your wife. Do not compare your wife to any other person. Know her body, how she functions, and in pregnancy you will notice changes. So pay attention to the changes that are happening. Listen to your wife when she says she's feeling a certain way, rather than just shrugging it off and thinking, oh, it's just her using the pregnancy as an excuse. Please listen to her. She knows exactly what she's feeling. We might not be able to understand, but you do your research. I mean, one of the first things I noticed with my wife when she was first of all pregnant was the sleeping a lot. That's the first trimester, you know, she's tired, she just wants to sleep. I couldn't really understand what was going on because in my mind I have that thing going off saying, oh, I hope she's okay, you know. And then I read up about pregnancy and how there are different trimesters in pregnancy, and the first part of it, the woman is usually very tired. The baby's taking a lot of energy in order to develop, even though this baby's still a ball of cell, they are drawing so much energy because those are the crucial stage for the development of the baby. Second thing I would say is, or maybe the third thing, because I've said know your wife, do your research. Yeah, just be helpful around the house. You know, she will be very tired. You might have to take on some of the things that she does around the house. Give her a break, give her time to rest. Try and make her comfortable as much as possible. And especially when you start to go towards the end of the pregnancy where the belly is really big, you need to do a lot more things like getting down and tying her shoelaces for her. You know, practical things to just make life easier, be prepared to do the errands, and ask, babe, do you need another pillow for your back? You know, when she's going, oh, my back, be ready to give her some back rub. Don't be like, oh, I'm tired, I've been walking all day and stuff. You know, just try and be understanding, because as men, there isn't much that we can do. But in little ways, we can help our wives, our partners. So I would say to the men, be very patient. Women do handle pregnancy differently. So yours might be a bit more challenging, or it could be a breeze, but either way, just be prepared to be very, very patient.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you, babe. And another point is that your pregnancy journey does not necessarily determine the delivery journey. Now, what I mean by that is because our pregnancy was very smooth, easy. I didn't have morning sickness. I wasn't, you know, irritated by any smells. I didn't gain any weight. Like, literally, if you didn't see my belly, I didn't change. My face, my feet, nothing changed. I had basically nothing in terms of pregnancy symptoms, but I was fully pregnant. And my pregnancy was easy, even though stress-wise, we went through a lot in the pregnancy. And I expected actually that to reflect on my pregnancy and make it a bit more difficult, because there were challenges, just a lot going on. But actually, it didn't affect my pregnancy. My pregnancy was still smooth. It was still great. I was still healthy. I mean, everything was going good, especially because of the health condition I was diagnosed with as a child. So the doctors were really like watching me like, okay, you know, any little thing, has it changed? Well, you know, but no, I was cool. And then out of nowhere, when it came to delivery, a switch flipped. And my pregnancy went from easy breezy to delivery, I'm fighting for my life. So the pregnancy journey does not necessarily determine the delivery journey. So don't be discouraged if your pregnancy is a long, hard one, you know, your body is up and down, you're not really taking to pregnancy well. Don't be discouraged and don't feel down about it, because that does not determine your delivery journey. Your delivery might be easy, actually. You know, you've had a long, hard pregnancy, you know, the only thing that's keeping you going is the fact that you're going to have a baby at the end. Because if not for that, it's been hard. You know, I understand. But delivery might be, you're in and out in 24 hours. You've delivered, they've done their checkups, you know, you and baby have been dismissed and go home. Or, God forbid, it could be like hours. The pregnancy was easy breezy, and then delivery, we went in there like 3 days before I was due to deliver and didn't leave until about 5 days after I had delivered. So don't be discouraged if you're having a hard pregnancy. The delivery, you can still have an easy breezy delivery, so don't let that put you down. And another point I would say, we've talked about the different symptoms, you know, so don't think because, oh, I'm not having morning sickness, or I'm not having this, I'm not having that, you know, is my pregnancy normal? Is that okay? Does that mean something's wrong? Nothing is wrong. It just means your body is not really responding to it like that. It's not really affected like that. It's accepted the pregnancy and it's keeping it moving. So don't expect when you're pregnant, you must do this, your body must do that. No, your body's going to function how your body functions. And just know that you're different as a person, emotionally, mentally, and all of that adds to how the pregnancy goes. If mentally you're strong and, you know, you're looking forward to it, you're excited, you're positive, that can help with the journey. But if you're worried, you're anxious, you know, you're a bit depressed, you're having if all of that can add to making the pregnancy harder. So even your mental state can add to how your pregnancy goes. Another point I'd mention is, for me, obviously it was my husband, but for you guys, for some people it would be their husband, for some people it would be their mum, for some people it would be their sister. So your birthing partner, they actually have a crucial role prior to delivery, and that role is to assist you, not just how my husband was saying, but also attending hospital appointments. Because what I found, especially if the doctors are worried about certain things in your pregnancy and it's classed as a risky one or anything like that, one of the roles, the most important roles I found my husband played was keeping me centered. When we're hearing all these negative reports of, oh, you know, people with this condition tend to respond like this, and people with this condition should be on this kind of medication, and all this kind of things, which medically they're supposed to tell you because that's their job. But really for you as a person, it's not helping. You're just hearing all this, you know, people like me, you know, they struggle, and people like me, they have to be on this, and, you know, it can get you down. And just to, you know, because you're thinking, you know, I just want to do what's best for the baby. So you take every prescription, you take every piece of advice like it's golden, and you just go with it. But that's not necessarily what's best for you. Because I was born with sickle cell, and what that meant is that they classified my pregnancy as a high-risk pregnancy, and I was told that I should be on, is it baby aspirin? Yeah. Baby aspirin and something else. But I said, no. First of all, I'm a Christian. I believe I'm healed. That thing is just lingering. But me, I'm healed, number one. And number two, as someone classed with that condition, I live a very healthy life. Like, I'm up and about and I'm physically very, mobile. So their diagnosis was based on someone with the condition who struggles generally, whose health is very up and down and very difficult to their day-to-day living. And so their advice is based on that knowledge. But because I'm not like that, I need to now take that advice according to how I function and what's best for my body. So one of the roles my husband played was, okay, I've heard all of this, babe, should we do it? Should we not? I don't feel I should do it. I don't think I need it. And he's just there to be like, no, babe. I mean, you know yourself, you know how you react, and okay, we'll talk things over and we'll decide this we're going with, this you don't need. I know that's what they say medically, but because of who you are and how your body is and how you live your life and how your body functions on a day-to-day basis, you don't need that medication. You don't need that procedure. You don't need to do that. So that's one of the important roles that I found my husband played during pregnancy and in terms of hospital appointments and just creating a birthing plan for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to be careful in those situations, especially if it's your first baby. You've never had a baby before, so you don't really know what to expect. So you panic every little thing. Oh, is that an issue? And sometimes there's been no problem. It's just what doctors are saying. And then it makes you think of negative things. Mm-hmm. So you just need to be confident in yourselves. And as the man, you need to be there to filter some things and protect your wife. Mm-hmm. Or if it's your birthing partner or whoever has been going through that journey with you, needs to be there to help you out in situations whereby you feel a bit anxious, you're a bit worried, you're a bit stressed out, and also to help make certain decisions that are really important and weighty. Some things you're just not in the mental space to deal with. Maybe you're just so tired, you've been through so many appointments, or something had gone wrong, or something happened, and you really don't want to deal with that. Someone's got to step in and help you, process that information with you, not just medical experts, because they are just doing their own job. But now you have to think about yourself and what's best for you and your baby. And in yourself, the woman know how she feels. So for me, I've got to look at my wife in the eyes and really get how she's feeling, what she really wants. And then, okay, make a decision like, okay, this is what I think we should do. And regardless what the medical personnel is telling you, you let them know what you want, because at the end of the day, it's what you want that goes, really.
Yeah.
But if there's a big major medical reason why they're proposing for you to do something, then by all means do it. But don't just do everything without considering. Just because they say jump, you jump. No. Sit, no. You have to look at the reason why and see if you really need it. Baby aspirin, do I really need it? Penicillin, do I really need it? And you can tell them that no, you don't want penicillin. No, you don't want baby aspirin. So I think it's one of those things that you just need someone sometimes to help you out. Yeah.
And I just want to encourage people. I mean, pregnancy can be hard even on a full-blown healthy, never had an issue in her life kind of woman. But we thank God. So yes, I hope you can have an easy delivery and an easy pregnancy. That's what we all aim for. But don't be discouraged if your pregnancy is a bit hard, is a bit difficult. That does not mean that your delivery is now going to be also hard and difficult. Hope for the best. It doesn't matter what the doctors are saying, what your health condition is, or what the circumstances look like. You have to go in there with what you want. What you want is a healthy baby, is a healthy delivery. Just go with that, push with that. It doesn't matter what else is going on. Your mind has to be right. Just as long as your mind is right, you can get through anything. And another thing I want to discuss, just kill that today. There is no such thing as eating for two. No. When you're pregnant, you eat the same amount as before you were pregnant. The baby takes what nutrition and everything they need from your food. They don't need double portion. No. Because you're a full-grown person. How are you going to eat another full-grown person's portion for a child that is this big? No. It was my consultant that told us this. Yeah. I think we asked. I don't know what made us ask, but I think we asked because it was just something I kept on hearing about. And yeah, because my pregnancy was different. I didn't really eat for two. I just had a normal appetite. So we asked. And she was like, there's no such thing. So do not be obligated to eat for two. Eat your normal portion just as long as you're active and you're eating, you know, your fruit and veg and everything like that. You don't need to double it up. One portion is enough. And I just want to round off, guys, by saying thank you for watching. But I hope it encourages you. You know, your own pregnancy journey is different. Take it as it is. Be positive. Be hopeful. And just look forward to your bundle of joy at the end. And do not compare yourself to anybody else. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you in another video. Bye.